We got a bit of a mess here this week, so no real video, just this kind of crappy vloggy update. Be patient, bear with us. Hopefully by next week we'll be back to our usual antics. So the big problem is 2 days ago we had a direct lightning strike on the neutral conductor right there. You can actually see it blew a piece of wood off the side of the pole. It blew a piece of wood off the crossbar, and it made a real big mess. The lightning must have melted something up on the pole and it knocked out our power, but they got it back on pretty quickly within about 2 hours. But our neighbors were not so fortunate. They have a meter base just about like this, but on the back side there's a big panel that distributes the power between a few different outbuildings, and it blew a hole through the door, blew the door off, melted everything inside the panel, melted the meter base. It made a big mess. They had to pretty much start over. Here's the carnage, at least what I've found so far. It took out my main desktop computer, the monitor, and the printer, 2 wireless routers, a USB charging hub, a GFCI outlet, and this guy here for our internet. It also blew a 20 amp fuse for our freshwater pump, and it seems to have wrecked the daylight sensor for my outdoor light because it's stuck on all the time. Yeah, lightning does some weird stuff. So the monitor, the computer, and the printer were all plugged into a terminal strip with a surge protector, and that was plugged into this GFCI outlet. This outlet is junk. It won't reset, but the terminal strip is fine. The monitor's no good, but the 12 volt wall wart power supply for it is good. The computer, the power supply is good, but it won't power up. I'm pretty sure it's got a bad motherboard. That's what happened to it the last time that the lightning struck it. And then this thing here is the PoE, or the injector for our internet. It's just a switch mode power supply that kind of amplifies the Ethernet signal to send it out to an antenna. And it let the smoke out pretty spectacularly. It actually blew the molded case apart. This is how I found it. So that's no good. And then the routers, the power supplies for both of them are good, but the routers are smoked. So that had to be on the Ethernet network. So I don't know if there's any way that could have been prevented. I kind of doubt it. The big problem is we don't have internet. It's been down since the 18th of May, and they told me we could not get service until the 16th of June. I know this thing's bad, but I suspect that the transmitter on the antenna is also bad. That's what happened the last time. Last time we got struck by lightning. Anyway, not a big deal. We can certainly get by without it. It's mostly just an inconvenience. I know this computer can be fixed. I had it fixed once before, but it's going to be down for a while, and that has all my customer information, my invoicing software, my parts lookup. Hey, lady.
Hi.
Are we late?
Always.
Yeah, I'm trying to make a crappy vloggy update on what happened.
It's called lightning.
Yeah, it's called lightning. It's not good. I'm being told that I'm late for a birthday party, so we better wrap this up. Whenever I complain about my internet, which is pretty much constantly, I get a flood of comments from people about Starlink and T-Mobile Home and Verizon 5G. None of that stuff's available here. In fact, the last time I checked, there's no Starlink coverage in the entire state of Illinois. I even had a very kind viewer, offer to give me the satellite dish and the receiver and the whole package for Starlink, but I can't use it. I wish I could. Same thing with the cellular networks. There's no 5G coverage here of any kind. There's no DSL, there's no fiber, there's nothing. The only high-speed internet option that we have is called a WISP. That's what we use. It's a line-of-sight wireless internet. It's very expensive, it's super slow, and very unreliable. And if you need service, good luck. I think when we got it installed, I think installation took like 3 weeks or something like that. And then the last time the lightning took it out, it took them about 2 weeks to get us hooked back up. But then since that time, Our local WISP company got sold out to a national company called NextLink out of Texas, and they flushed their service completely down the toilet. So now it's, a month to get a service guy out here. You call and you complain, and they just say, well, that's all we can do. So that's all we can do. No big deal. We'll get through it. Thanks for watching. See you guys hopefully next week.